Some of you fans need to stop riding dick. It's annoying as fuck and you need to stop. You need to stop. It's tired at this point. And I'm not even going to sugarcoat nothing. It's mainly blinks that are on SSERAFIM's fans or SSERAFIM's ass about why they sang so bad at Coachella. Of course, SSERAFIM fans are disappointed. Of course. But the thing is, y'all need to realize live singing is not supposed to be perfect. Of course, there's going to be a bunch of times, or maybe a little times, it depends on who you are, where you sing bad. That's the point of live singing. You're not supposed to sound perfect every time. That's what should make live singing more beautiful than all that other processed bullshit. Okay? If live singing was supposed to be perfect, then y'all are annoying as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I understand that SSERAFIM's Coachella vocal performance was bad. That don't mean you should just drag these girls through the mud because they sound bad at live singing. There's a bunch of other times where other idols sounded bad, danced bad, done bad shit. Like, that's literally a part of artist development. When did SSERAFIM come out? 2020, 2022. Like, let's keep it a stack, bro. This is what, their first time at Coachella? New crowd, new environment. Maybe they were feeling bad that day. Maybe their voices didn't agree with them. Some of y'all motherfuckers have never performed in front of a stage. Some of y'all motherfuckers have never even y'all probably sound like shit talking to your classroom when it comes to public speaking. One of the things that I don't appreciate is people throwing rocks and hiding their hand. I want to see some of y'all go out there and sing and perform in front of people, especially a crowd as big as that, especially like in just stuff like this. Like, I'm trying to shoot bail for all groups and all idols because I know what it's like to sing live. That shit is nerve-wracking as hell. If I could find it, I don't know. I hope y'all don't think I'm talking out of my ass. I'm like dead ass serious. Live singing is fucking terrifying sometimes. I don't care if you're an idol. I don't care if you're the best singer of earth. That shit is terrifying. You have a little bit of nervousness regardless. You've heard it from other people that they've been like, bro, like, unless you've done it for 5 to 10 years of flawless, getting practice is perfect, that 10,000 hours thing, you're gonna be nervous. Okay? We all know that these idols can sing. Maybe some can sing better than others. But if they couldn't sing, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Y'all just was annoying as fuck. Y'all really are on dick heavy, and it's annoying. It's annoying as hell. I don't care who comes from me. I don't care what y'all gotta say. It's annoying as fuck. We literally, what we can learn from this is they just need more time to get some breath control down. They need more time to get some notes. Like, y'all talk about tone deaf and shit like that. None of y'all niggas know perfect pitch. None of y'all know perfect pitch. Y'all not He-sung. Y'all don't know perfect pitch. There's a bunch of times I be hearing live singing while I'm watching these videos, and I know that there's gonna be a key that's off. That's not the point. You're not supposed to sound like the fucking track. You're supposed to perform. Much like in dance performances and choreographies, they fuck up. That's the beauty of performing. It's fucking up too. Okay? Even with my favorite groups, even with my alt groups, even with BTS, there's been some times when they've sounded like off a bit. So the fuck what? It's music. It's not supposed to be perfect. Some of y'all people really be falling into this perfect thing. I don't give a fuck if they're an idol and they're supposed to have this perfect thing. They're humans. Okay? They're humans. If they sounded like shit, fine. They can come back and sound better. If they keep sounding like shit, fine. That's literally their. Bro. Musicians should have the ability and the autonomy to fuck up sometimes. Simple. I woke up today to a hailstorm. I was excited to watch some of these Coachella performances, but while I was doing that, I got thrown with a bunch of backlash because SSERAFIM sounded bad. And there was literally like one group that was just like beating a dead horse about it. And we're not gonna act like YG has not deleted some videos of some things. We're not gonna act like these fan wars are gonna bring up stuff that's gonna ignite the fan wars. Every single group has a moment in time where a fandom can literally bring this up in an argument when y'all start talking about how shitty a group is. This shit is a cycle and it's annoying. Just enjoy the music, enjoy the performance. If it sounds crazy, then fuck it, cringe and move the fuck on. The ball don't stop rolling. It don't stop rolling. It really don't. Cause it's just mad annoying, bro. Like, it's mad annoying. These are young girls, gang. These are young girls who are just being thrown into this limelight. I don't care how much tenure they have. They haven't been here for 5+. They haven't been here for 5+. Okay? Like, it should be getting me hot, bro. It really do be getting me hot. And same goes for other groups too, bro. If Blackpink sounded like shit or performed like shit, I don't care if y'all, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. That happens sometimes, bro. But it comes to a point where fandoms start getting on other fandoms as if like you ain't got skeletons in your closet. As if you ain't got no stiff videos in your closet. As if you ain't got no voice cracks in your closet. Stop throwing rocks. Was it at glass houses or whatever the fuck it's called? Like, bro, we all fuck up. That's the point of being human. Nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect. But at the end of the day, we're just about to just look into more about what happened with this SSERAFIM thing. But I just want to get that off my chest because some of y'all fans be on dick, bro. Y'all really be on dick, and it's annoying. It's annoying as hell. It really is. That's one of the reasons why I usually big up these groups regardless of what I feel about their fans. Because at the end of the day, they're doing a job and they're doing some shit that takes a lot out of them, bro. Being a musician takes a lot out of them. All this shit, it takes a lot out of them. And at that purpose, we should just respect that. I feel like we should just respect that, to be honest. I'm going to keep it stacked. I'm going to just say that. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if you sang bad once, twice, or 3 times. You still here. You made it. You should have the ability to fuck up and try again next time. And that's real shit, bro. I need to stop all this perfection shit. Nobody's God. Anyway, the first video is how bad SSERAFIM's Coachella performance really was. And then we're going to watch Angelina's video of that whole thing. And we're just going to just do this. This is a topical video. So fuck it. If y'all still here, let's go. Let's keep going. Bam. He's got me hot. Hello.
Recently, SSERAFIM took the Coachella stage by storm.
For various reasons.
Their energy on stage, the crowd really loved them.
Mm-hmm. Hey. Like it seems like it really seems like they had fun. You know what I'm saying?
Nice to know that their work paid off. This was what the girls shared before the performance.
진짜 열심히 준비하고 있고 코체라 안무 연습하고 코체라 라이브 연습하고 코체라 런스를 하고 코체라 보컬 연습을 했습니다. 뭔가 저희를 모르시는 분들은 뭔가 그런 사람들한테는 뭔가 저희의 에너지와 그 무대를 즐기는 모습이 잘 전달됐으면 좋겠고 열심히 준비는 했어요. 진짜 거의 데뷔 전도에 연습을 했습니다.
아 진짜 그게 너무 걱정돼. 코첼라 했을 때 반응이 없는 거.
에이 했어? 에이 설마.
그래도 알려드릴 것입니다. 저희가 잘 알려드릴게요. 어디가 되는지.
Soon after,
respect
their
that.
performance
I respect that, bro. I really respect that. Like I said before, that should be nerve-wracking, especially in front of in a festival that is the possibility of them not knowing who the fuck you are. Y'all practice hard, and guess what? Sometimes we see this in some of these survival shows. These niggas be practicing, or these people be practicing so long, and then it comes stage time, they fuck up. It happens. It happens. It happens, bro. See, I'm fucking up with my speech. It happens. Like, y'all, people really shouldn't be on dick. The only time when we should bring up stuff like this is when other groups are trying to, or other fandoms are trying to diminish what one group does as if like they don't have skeletons in their closet. I feel like that's one of the only appropriate times. Or if you're just bringing this up of like, this is what happened. It shouldn't reach a whole controversy. Like, huh? What?
sparked controversy in the internet. Many jumped to conclusions based on viral clips of their vocal off moments.
It was an amazing performance. These girls can dance, obviously. They perform at such a high level. The stage presence is amazing. But
Is some of y'all...
to answer the question of can they sing, because they're getting a lot of flack. Yes. I was really impressed by their live vocals. The mics were completely on, 100%.
4 out of 5 stars, gang. Like, it's another thing that some of y'all niggas that be watching clips and having a whole opinion over a fucking clip are so fucking annoying, bro. Y'all annoying as shit. Y'all annoying as shit. Y'all are annoying as fuck. Okay? Really. And it goes for everybody. Their clips. Never can one person actually have a whole opinion over the whole piece of content off of a clip. The point of a clip is to drive you in. The point of a clip is to get you to watch the full thing. The point of the clip is not to have y'all have a whole opinion over the clip and y'all lazy asses can't watch the whole shit. I understand it could be hard to watch an hour something performance, but that don't mean you should be able to say, oh, the whole performance was bad because I saw a clip on TikTok. You got somebody right here that's watched the whole thing saying that they can sing. They can sing. It's just certain points. There are some off moments. I want to see y'all who are on dick this bad do that shit for that long. And you tell me if you are not perfect to the T, shut the fuck up. And I'm going hard because I like SSERAFIM. And you know what? I want to go hard for the groups that y'all think I don't like either. Like Blackpink. Okay? There are a bunch of clips that I've seen on Army Twitter that have showed some Blackpink members dancing shittily, singing shittily. Okay, ooh, that's nice and funny, ha at the moment. But I'm not gonna diminish their whole careers over that shit. I'm not doing that. Y'all still see me listening to Jennie. Y'all see me taking in some Lisa content, some Jisoo content, Rose content, even if they look like shit in a fucking clip. It's a clip. What does that have to do with anything? Okay, they sounded bad, they looked bad in one clip. I like to play in that shit too sometimes because I feel like it's kind of funny because of like the big ass fan war, and it seems kind of like I'm like playing a game sometimes because sometimes I'm just thinking to myself like there's literally no reason why y'all on dick like this. There's no reason why y'all on dick like this. Why y'all on dick so much? Like what is going on? And I'm Army. I just want to keep it being a bean, bro. I just want to at least try to be as fair as I can because I will still watch any group that fucks up. I don't care if y'all fuck up. That's the point of being an artist. That's the point of being a musician. Especially in an industry where it's so perfect, what makes it more beautiful and what draws me in a little bit more is those moments where they fuck up. Because it like makes everything just everything just doesn't seem like on a pedestal godly. Like these are humans, gang. These are humans. So all that BS aside, let these artists work on their craft. Let them fuck up. Let them do whatever they need to do, gang. Just let them do whatever they need to do. Get off of dick. Stop deriding. Please. That's just what I'm asking. And that's very idealistic. I understand. And I know that that's not going to go as far as I wanted to go. And I know some people going to be on my ass in the comments, but I don't give a fuck, bro. Like this, y'all niggas really just be treating these people like they're supposed to be robots. They not. They not robots. Fuck. Let's keep going. 4 out of 5.
I'm not a fan, but I stayed up to watch them live. They did great with their live singing. The backtrack was really toned down in some songs. Considering the hate they've been getting for their vocals, I applaud that move.
I was at Sahara all day. People showed up big time for SSERAFIM. What is important is the crowd's reaction, and the crowd loved them.
I don't know much about these girls, but I just saw them perform and they did so good.
Many people form their opinions based on short clips of mistakes they saw on the internet
Fuck.
without watching the entire performance. I watched the entire thing and personally, I enjoyed every moment. It's great to hear them sing live on stage. I hope it happens more often because that's where real growth and practice come
Exactly.
from. While the performance wasn't flawless, it wasn't as horrendous as some make it out to be. Constructive criticism is helpful, but some comments cross the line into bullying and hate.
Exactly.
If you didn't enjoy the performance, that's fine.
Move on and get a life. Get
This
a
SSERAFIM
fucking
hate
life,
train is going
gang.
too far. It's important to distinguish between
Fuck.
criticism and simply spreading negativity.
Like at the end of the day, bro.
So they can hear it and talk crap about it, but it benefits me.
All right, bro. The next one is from Angelina. This is SSERAFIM's Coachella performance, Backlash and Praise. At the end of the day, like, sometimes you gonna go on stage. Sometimes during a live game. Sometimes during game time, you gonna mess up. Klay Thompson went 0 for 10 last night. Klay Thompson, one of the greatest shooters, one of the best shooters in the NBA, went 0 for 10. He still went out there and he had a fucked up game. So what? You move the fuck on. We move on, bro. And I'm using Klay Thomas because I that's just fresh in my mind. I'm glad the Warriors lost too, but hey, let's not talk about that. But let's move on to this next video from Miss Angelina. Let's go.
SSERAFIM at Coachella went absolutely viral.
Wait, I'm gonna do this.
For some good reasons and for some unfortunately not so great reasons as well. But overall, this performance has brought up a lot of questions, such as, is Hype ruining live performances in K-pop? And has
Hype is ruined.
It's also dragged a ton of other K-pop groups into this, such as Blackpink and aespa. So I wanted to take a look at the praise and the backlash and everything in between in this episode of K-pop Investigations, where we basically take a specific subject and do a little bit of a deep dive into it. Why it seems that SSERAFIM out of all groups is receiving the most backlash. Why K-pop stans are so scared of actual live vocals. And of course, the biggest question regarding talent and idols. Are we all just brainwashed by lip sync, auto-tune, and backup tracks? So if you're interested, then please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. As for us, let's start discussing the very tumultuous past 24 hours.
Hey.
So back in January, it was announced that ATEEZ, The Rose, and of course SSERAFIM would be performing at Coachella. Here's the announcement in question. Everyone was super excited about it. So this was announced on January 16th. The famous US festival officially revealed its star-studded lineup for 2024. So ATEEZ would be performing on April 12th and 19th, SSERAFIM on April 13th and 20th, and The Rose on the 14th and the 21st. This of course wouldn't be the first time that we see K-pop acts at Coachella, as we've had Epic High in the past, 21, Blackpink, who even headlined last year. You can let me know in the comments if I'm missing anyone, but nevertheless still exciting, right? So ATEEZ's performance was up first. They performed on the 12th, and from what I could see, there was just a lot of praise. People enjoying their energy, lack of shirts. Now I'm sure there are people in this world who didn't appreciate their performance. I saw a couple forum posts basically alluding to the fact that they didn't like the performance, or that they thought that, you know, ATEEZ wasn't all that great. But to say that there was like a significant wave of backlash, I personally didn't see any. Fast forward to SSERAFIM's performance, and I have to say, initially I did see a lot of praise, especially for the fact that it was super live. Like, there's no denying that it was super live. There was barely any backup track. So people appreciating the nature of the live stage, people saying that Sakura improved a lot, people loving their energy, and all of the above. The people who were present seem to have been enjoying themselves a lot as well. And I've seen a lot of testimony as well of people who were actually there. But that's always the case, isn't it? We've seen this before in K-pop, performances going viral for the wrong reasons. And you know, you could be there in person and be absolutely loving it. The vast majority of people could be loving it. But there was a live stream, right? So people were able to take screen recordings and spread around the clips that were not favorable. And that in and of itself went viral. I could not scroll through my For You page yesterday without seeing, you know, people trashing LE SSERAFIM's vocals, people saying essentially that they weren't ready for Coachella, that they sound really bad, that HYBE needs to invest in more vocal training for these groups, people making compilations of their voices wavering. Overall, a lot of people talking about how they're not sounding really great. Now, we do need to counteract this, of course, because it's not all bad. It's definitely not all bad. There are tons of clips of Sakura going around, of people showing how she's improved, a lot of clips of Chaewon doing really amazing vocals while singing and dancing super, super live, but this is
Okay. She's improved. With improvement, it doesn't mean you're going to be perfect. You might relapse sometimes. She's improved. They've improved. Get off dick.
The nature of the internet. So not only do we have clips going around of voices wavering, but we also have MR removed clips going around as well.
Oh, God. Uh-oh.
Now, Coachella copyright claims absolutely everything. So we're going to see if we could just hear a little bit of something, but I'm not showing you anything. The SSERAFIM Smart Live MR removed. And now here's the thing. If a group is lip syncing and you remove the music, you're still going to hear that lip sync track. So people do tend to misuse MR removed clips to be like, oh, look how stable they are. When in reality, it might be a lip sync stage. So if you remove the music from a lip sync recording, you're still gonna hear those lip sync vocals, which I have no reason to believe this would be a pre-recorded lip sync track. Do you know what I mean? But there was one singer that I really admire who was straight up lip syncing. Like the mouth shapes and everything was not matching at all. She was like shaking her body all around, and you heard nothing. Anyways, I'm just pointing that out because a lot of people are saying like you can't lip sync at Coachella. That's not true. Let's hear a snippet. I'm not too sure the point of the MR removed in this case when it's literally like we could hear the vocals pretty clearly because there was some article titled like LE SSERAFIM exposed by MR removed clips, and it's like, well, we could already hear the vocals, do you know what I mean? So like isolating them, sure, you could hear them a little bit better, but do you know what I mean? Like we already heard what we heard. So
must be an agenda or
here's
something,
some comments
bro.
about the MR removed. However, people said that Chaewon did the best, but what is this? What was that? Skills aside, the reaction of their fandom was just hopeless. This is in reference to, now again, we can never generalize, but based on articles alone, it seems that there's this narrative that K-netizens are absolutely horrified by the performance and international stans are absolutely praising the performance. And then K-netizens are like, oh my god, international stans are delusional. But I've literally seen praise and backlash on both ends. So take that with a grain of salt. Honestly, they wouldn't be in such a big controversy if they were a 5-member group and at least 2 of them were solid vocalists who can carry the group. But here, all 5 of them must take vocal training as soon as possible. Sakura is honestly always at that level. Kazuha, Inta, and Sakura were so bad, they're ruining their own parts. This makes me doubtful of how they even ranked on Billboard. Stop just giving us the ambitious concept. I honestly didn't hear easy nor smart. The kids here who are typing forced hate, forced this and that, you guys make me cringe. People saying that Chaewon hard carried. Where are they now? Here are some international stan comments. Fans will forever defend them and support them. That's the only thing labels care about. I don't get needing MR removed when they're known to not be reliable. The MR didn't even need to be removed because the Coachella stream was completely unedited. That's my thought as well. Okay, so in this clip in particular, they're basically implying that thanks to the amazing AR and live band playing, it covered up their singing skills. So nobody could tell they were bad, but then the catastrophe was caught through YouTube's live transmission magic.
You know, I feel like some of the things about this thing is just breath control. You know, it could be breath control. A lot of singing, honestly, a lot of singing blunders is because of lack of breath control. That could be that. It's not much of a hard fix, so you just go into the lab and work on your game. Still no reason for all this damn hate.
So the implication here is that people who were there were hearing something different to what the live stream was showcasing. And I mean, when you're recording a fan cam, of course, it's quite different to a professionally recorded thing. I mean, you're going to hear people screaming. You're not going to hear it as clearly. And this wouldn't be the first time that this happens.
God,
but usually it's the
oof.
opposite. Usually you hear the live performance through the fan cams, and then in the broadcast version, it's totally perfected. I remember this example I used to give all the time. It was BTS's Dynamite. And in the fan cams, you could hear Jungkook's voice move when he kicked in the choreography, and then in the live broadcast it was smoothed out. Just an example to show that idols could be very well singing super live, but then these music shows or award shows can totally alter the final product. But this implication is the opposite, right? That people in the crowd were hearing more smoothed out vocals in comparison to the broadcast where you're really not hearing smoothed out anything at all.
Okay.
I want to know that, do you hear the difference? Or do you think it's just simple differences that can be accounted for because it's a fan cam versus a professionally filmed stage? Well, let's read some of the comments. Copyright owner can't actually show any of the Coachella clips. So the video was removed, but basically OB talks about how fan cams show what people heard on site, and it sounded like mostly AR and band, so it wasn't as bad as the YouTube live where you could actually hear them singing. They used AR to try to cover it, but in the end they were so bad that they still created a disaster. Their own fan cams betrayed them. AR's contribution is impressive. Wow, I was curious and the difference is appalling. They seriously can't live without AR. Oh, it's so different. I need to stop myself right here just because the use of a backup track and vocal smoothing is super standard in K-pop. You're really very rarely going to ever find a performance that doesn't have those two factors. And actually, if they don't have those two factors, it's usually a lip sync stage anyways. Again, you're so rarely going to hear a live stage without any support whatsoever. In fact, the last time I can remember a stage like that was me on stage, where she received so much backlash and actually apologized for it. Do you remember that? And actually, even before...
Bro, I'll be damned, bro. If I'm a fucking singer, I'm not apologizing for me fucking up. Like, I'm not about to just, like... I might apologize. I'll be like, sorry, y'all, I fucked up. But I'm saying, like, it's like the damn... The gravity of the backlash will make the apology seem so like I'm getting on my knees and apologizing. Like, come, bro, you don't have to. You shouldn't have to do that. You should not have to do that. Some players fuck up too.
That I remember a SSERAFIM stage, I think it was on Music Bank, where they were super live. Do you guys remember that stage? I think it was Music Bank, but anyways, we'll get to that later as well, types of performances and stuff. Oh, it's so different. I bet they were sure having fun on site. Even the fan cam, you can kind of hear them singing off tune that badly, but wow, it's so bad. Still, I'm relieved that people who spend money to see them at least had fun, aka because the AR and the band were so loud. Was the song always this tacky, or the arrangement made it tacky? It's not only SSERAFIM, but all idols are like this nowadays, especially at concerts. Wow, all you could hear on site was really just AR. So then this clip basically shows Chaewon messing up her note.
Oh,
which of course in and of itself got backlash. You're telling this isn't me and my friends singing at a noraebang, but the SSERAFIM at Coachella.
Like I said, probably breath control or just timing. Or maybe her voice didn't fucking agree with her right there. How about that? Maybe her voice didn't agree with her. Maybe. Usually when you get a voice crack is when you're trying hard enough. So she could be trying. Her voice just didn't agree with her. The effort is there.
This should be broadcasted in Korean music shows at best. I'm begging you, please practice a bit. At this rate, just lip sync. Of course she's allowed to make mistakes. At least Chaewon이 did the best among all of them. Ugh, I'm embarrassed, but even good singers' voices would crack once or twice. And then it's just more mean comments, honestly. But there were a lot of people also defending her, saying that she was generally doing so well and it's not that big of a deal to make a mistake
bro.
with this. There was also a lot of criticism about them yelling, which I thought was so interesting because maybe I'm getting this wrong, with the instances where I heard them yelling, they were trying to hype up the crowd, or sometimes you run out of breath and you like need to yell to get your line out. And I think
I'm just trying to figure out, why is it so hard for some people to understand? Like, there are some things that you have to do. which comes with the territory of being a musician. You have to like go a little bit more crazy. You have to try a little bit more hard. You have to yell a little bit more to get the crowd hype. You have to do these things. There's a lot that goes into live singing and live performance than just standing, singing, dancing a little bit. There's a lot of things like the stage presence. You got to get the crowd hype. You got to do all this, that, and the third, and all these type of things that go into it at one time, and you have to do it at real time. Nigga, I can't even rub my stomach and chew bubblegum at the same time. Why am I so worried about if they yelling? I'm doing too much, cuz.
I think that's totally fine. I feel like that's part of a live performance. If you're lip syncing, that's you can't do that because it's already pre-recorded. But like that's the beauty of a live performance, the fact that it does vary quite a lot. That is not going to sound like the studio version that you can yell here and there. But that's like the point is to hype up the crowd. That's my opinion. But the amount of comments about them yelling, I was really surprised, to be honest. So in contrast to those comments that we were reading, how it was basically all AR, in this comment section, they're basically saying, well, there's no AR at all. Like, this is the live, like, raw vocals of SSERAFIM in the live stream. Wow, but there's barely any AR. They're doing good. Kim Tae-won and Ha Yoon-jin are doing really good job. Wow, all the other members are good too. They're good. They're working hard, but they aren't good at all. Ha Yoon-jin is good. You guys really think this is good? Aside from Ha Yoon-jin, there's no member who's stable. What the? Are you posting this to hate on them? Kim Tae-won is good. I'm seeing her in a new light. People here have such low standards. You guys are really calling this good?
I want to see y'all niggas.
So in light of all of this, a bunch of groups have gotten dragged into this as well. Most notably Blackpink, who performed
of course,
first in
why the fuck
2019 and then headlined last year. I mean, they're going viral all over again. But I believe between 2019 and last year, they kept going viral every year during Coachella anyways. But this time, definitely you're seeing a lot of comparisons between Blackpink and SSERAFIM. People praising their live performance. You get the gist. And then, of course, aespa also got dragged into this because they performed at Coachella, and initially, I remember them getting dragged a lot for their Coachella performance. People saying they were too nervous, that they didn't have good stage presence. But now it seems people are seeing it in a new light, that they had really good vocals during the performance.
So I guess if there's just another group to shit on, the last group that you shat on doesn't seem that bad because there's something in comparison. That's fucked up. But I do understand how that thought process can come about. But that's still like, oh, it's cherry picking bullshit.
And of course, comparing it to SSERAFIM. And then for whatever reason this morning, Rise also got dragged into this.
What?
Rise, who is getting in a controversy for being as bad as SSERAFIM for their recent live performance.
See, now y'all just piling on now. Now it's just a hate train. Now y'all want to be a part of the hate train, right? Y'all want to be a part of the hate train. You so cool. You so cool. You a part of this hate train. Oh my gosh, you're such sheep. You're sheep. Like, what are we doing? Fuck y'all in these headlines, bro. That shit is weird. That shit is fucking weird as hell. God. Like, these are new groups. Like, bro, like, what are we doing? These are new groups. These aren't tenured groups, gang. Fuck.
So they performed Memories.
Oh,
I'm telling you, the minute we start hearing more actually live performances in K-pop, fans are not going to know what to do with themselves.
Yeah.
But anyways, I thought that was totally random. Hybe has also gotten dragged into this. Now, Hybe is like a huge umbrella company, right? But you get the gist because Islet 2, during this same time frame, have gotten a lot of backlash for their encore stages. And
they
SSERAFIM
just
have too,
got
of course.
here.
So the accusation is Hybe is destroying K-pop. In the past, K-pop was known for its stringent quality. Only
Hybe is destroying K-pop. Really? We just gonna just say Hybe is destroying K-pop. You did that, cuz. We really just gonna throw Hybe in there that Hybe is just destroying K-pop? Word. Okay. We just gonna act like that. Like ain't other companies ain't doing bullshit that's actually destroying K-pop. It's just Hybe, right? Cause some of their groups are sounding like poo a couple times. That means Hybe is doing that. All these groups, right? The same conglomerate that pushes out what? New Jeans, SSERAFIM, 17, goddamn BTS, Hypen, Illit, or Islet. Just all these people, huh? It's just Hybe as a whole, right? Among other groups. It's just Hybe, right? Word. Yeah, we gonna hold that. Yeah, all right. Cool.
The cream of the crop made it to debut, with years of training under their belt. Up to the third generation, it was uncommon for trainees to debut with less than a year of training. Slowly, this tradition began to crumble, with companies such as Hybe pushing out trainees for a debut with just a few months of training. Famously, Islet's Wonnie made her appearance on Are You Next with just a few weeks of training. She was soon selected for debut. Similarly, LE SSERAFIM's Kaza debuted with just around half a year of training only. OP feels that while the traditional big three companies, SM, JYP, and YG, slowly send their trainees out for debut over a period of time, Hybe merely pushes out kids with lacking skills for mass production while media playing that they're BTS's Dongsaeng groups. So the original poster of this says that fans make it worse by being okay with this. At least the other companies don't debut GOATs. What? The way they gas up music streams is so real. Looking at music charts, it feels like I'm looking at faceless singers or Instagram stars. Even if the big three fought like F back then, they still keep the line. Now it's all just payola, such a bubble. To be honest, OP didn't lie. Skills is one thing, but Hybe has just become the root of evil against K-pop.
What?
Starting from the prices of concerts, all the discomfiting tactics have all started from them. Does it seem like this only affects fans? It affects stocks too. That's why you can't let entertainment companies be commercialized. They do media plays so much, and all the middle-aged dogs with stocks shield them so much. SM Entertainment was really good at this, and it seems like it's Hybe now. Apart from all the idols they took over, 17 from Us9, etc., all the idols they have produced themselves are not at the level of singers if you listen to their live singing. So what exactly went wrong with LE SSERAFIM's performance? Why does it seem that in some fan cams you could hear some type of backup track versus the live stream where it seemed like there was literally nothing, barely anything supporting them during their performance where they're singing and dancing? So that's the first thing. Maybe it was a technical difficulty. Maybe they themselves didn't fully realize what they were sounding like while they were performing. Because we are seeing two different types of performances in the same performance. One performance that feels quite supported by a backup track and vocal smoothing versus a performance with absolutely nothing behind it. Now, it's dangerous when you have absolutely nothing supporting your vocals because that's when you hear every single imperfection, and K-pop fans can't handle it.
No, they just can't handle
groups that can perfectly sing and dance without any.
They can't bear to handle somebody sounding like a normal human, huh? Y'all can't bear to handle that shit. I'd be damned if my voice cracked. I'd be damned if my voice cracked and I'm an idol. You gonna burn me at the motherfucking stake.
Support. I'm just saying the state of K-pop as it is right now,
it's already
that's
fucked.
Just not common. It's not common to find a performance without a backup track and without vocal smoothing. And if that's the case, it's a lip sync stage. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yes,
it's
I know what you mean.
Common. It's not standard practice in this industry at all. It is what it is. That's absolutely not a drag. It's just a way to make a performance more enjoyable. If we look at ATEEZ's performances, aespa's performance, Blackpink's performance, they all had some type of support. And again, it's not a diss towards them. They all sounded really amazing. And you can still hear rawness through the supports. It's just the nature of performances. It's so rare to not find. I literally saw a DJ performing, and you know, the DJ, they're not singing or anything, but they still have a microphone. They're still talking to the crowd. I saw a DJ that every time he spoke, it was smoothed out through the microphone. So it's just an interesting observation, because why didn't LE SSERAFIM have any of this?
Oh, were they sabotaged?
They did, and then the live stream kind of did them dirty. Now, of course, this doesn't exempt them from criticism. It is your right to not vibe with their performance.
True.
But I do find it interesting when K-pop groups lip sync, people are like, oh my god, the stability, these groups sound amazing. They sound just like the studio version, and nobody bats an eye.
These be the same people that probably think Travis Scott talks normally with autotune. Like he talk normally with sicko mode voice, huh? Cause that's just all you hear from them, right? Yeah, okay. Word. Yeah.
But when a group is like bold enough, or maybe they were tricked into actually singing live,
they could have been
like, oh my god, no, untalented. I can't believe they had the audacity to breathe. What? Which I find super interesting, because I personally don't vibe with just straight up lip syncing performances, I find them quite uninspired, and it's my right to think so. That's not illegal. I would much rather have someone sound horrible, but they're giving me energy. They're giving me something that I can feed off of.
Yes, I agree with Miss Angelina. Effort. All this perfect shit is making music boring as fuck, because being perfect is impossible. It's fucking impossible.
If it's a little irritating, even if it's not perfect, I would choose that rather than a lip sync stage. Exactly. But that's the thing, those are not the only two choices. That's why we have, again, I'm like a broken record, backup tracks and vocal smoothing. But I'd love to know what you would pick. If you had to choose between someone sounding just really bad because they're singing and dancing, but it's raw and you can feel their energy, or just straight up lip syncing and everything is perfect and your listening and watching experience just goes so smoothly, which would you pick? But I did make a short about this, so let's see what some of you have to say. Honestly, if we didn't have Coachella, we probably would have never seen them sing 100% live. I do want to point out that super live music bank performance, but this was probably the last time. No. The audience actually being fans and into the performance added a lot to the energy. This was probably the biggest issue with when aespa performed. No one knew who they were, and there were little to no crowd sing along. Sakura gagged me. I kind of expected her to struggle and not being able to stay stable, but I was so wrong. She was way stable than she usually is and has improved a lot since the easy encore. This is something I realized about SSERAFIM. It feels like a group with amazing potential but wasn't trained long enough and debut prepared for things like dance and stage presence, but not fully on vocals and stamina. Losing a member didn't help with that, so they feel undercooked compared to other groups, but it feels like talent is just jumping to burst out and needs more time. They improved so much. So proud of
Talent just needs to burst out, just needs more time. That's called artist development. Shout out to that commenter. Artist development. Develop these goddamn artists and let them fuck up. Please, just let them. Just let them. Just let them.
They improved a lot. Damn, y'all need to realize that majority of people there don't know about their live vocals, so they won't hear improvement but just hear mediocrity. I don't think the screaming is the problem, but the off-pitch vocals were the problem. Now, in a recent update, actually, it seems that Sakura released a post on Weverse that seems to kind of address things, but not super addressing. Like, it's not like, okay, we received so much hate and I'm addressing this. So let's just read what she had to say. From the preparations for Coachella to the day of the performance, I learned so much. What does it mean to stand on stage? Is it about presenting a perfect image? Is it about entertaining the audience? Or is it about flawlessly executing the performance without a single mistake? Standards may vary from person to person. It may also depend on what kind of stage it is. I wanted to create a stage that even those who didn't know us, those hearing our songs for the first time, would find incredibly fun. A stage that would make them feel that today was a wonderful, unforgettable day. And I believe that my determination came through, and we were able to deliver the best performance. We, who debuted less than 2 years ago and have only toured once, stood proudly on the Coachella stage, enjoyed ourselves, and gave our all to this performance.
They debuted 2 years ago, bro. Y'all niggas expect them to sound like a group that debuted 7 to 8 years ago, bro. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? 2 years debut, toured one time. One time. Y'all are expecting a lot out of these girls, gang. Y'all really are. I mean, y'all expect a lot out of everybody, but still, like, yeah.
That alone made it truly a day that defines both life and SSERAFIM for me. Fear not, you too will face many challenges and injustices in life, but only you truly know what you have done. I seriously prepared for this stage. I struggled through it and enjoyed it. On the day of the show, I believed I was able to show everything. To some eyes, it might appear immature, but no one is perfect for everyone, and it is an undeniable fact that among all the stages we have shown, this was the best. That's why I'm very excited to become a better team, and I really want to work even harder.
All
what
right,
you gain
I
by
like
comparing
that.
yourself with others and what you gain by comparing yourself with your past self are entirely different. Please, even if just living normally is hard, find something you truly love in this difficult world and focus only on the good, the things you like. Focusing only on the good is not indulgence, it's your life, and you have the right to live the way you want. Today,
well
as I
spoken.
walked around the Coachella grounds, several people came up to me and said, "Your performance yesterday was amazing." Just that alone was incredibly moving to me. The fact that the audience enjoyed themselves to the end, singing along with us and sharing such a wonderful space, it is the greatest memory for me.
And you know what's lovely? Somebody walking up to your face and telling you that you did good. That feeling is amazing. Rather than somebody on the internet telling you that you're shit. Somebody actually like looking you in the eyes and saying, bro, you did good. You did good. You did well. Some of y'all don't know what that feels like. Some of y'all have not been told that somebody's proud of you, that you did good. And I feel sorry for that. And that don't mean you need to go on the internet and start scorching earth. Okay? Pruitt. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Stop spreading hate, gang. Stop.
No matter what anyone thinks, I believe in what I felt. That's why I've come this far. I won't betray myself, and I will continue to believe in myself.
As you
I
should.
am filled with gratitude for the staff, dancers, band members, and everyone who helped create this performance. And to fear not to rush to the stage, and those who watched us via stream, thank you so much. Because you were there, I could perform with pride. Thank you truly. And as we continue, I will strive to show you unimaginable sights. So please keep supporting us. Thank you so much, Coachella. We'll keep pushing forward next week.
Hey, and they coming back next week.
The thing is, had they just straight up lip synced their stage, you know damn well that they would have gotten so much backlash. And I actually did see a singer who was lip syncing, and it really broke my heart because you just, in my opinion, you don't really feel the energy. Like, what energy is there to feel when it's not real? And again, no one is above criticism, but I do think it's so bold to be able to go out there and sing super live with barely anything helping or supporting you and facing that criticism. Kudos to them, honestly, because K-pop fans, they're just not used to hearing live stages at all. And I promise you, if you were, there would be so much backlash. Because if there's one thing you can expect in live stages is uncertainty. It's not going to sound the same every time. You're going to have mistakes. I actually really appreciated their energy. I actually really appreciated the boldness of the performance.
You know what's actually funny? The beauty of going live is to have those moments where you fuck up. Because they create moments. Life is a series of moments. Every moment is not perfect. And if you try to make it perfect, life gonna show you that shit ain't perfect. Shit ain't sweet here. You can't manufacture this. You can't.
Would much rather someone be able to sing live and me be actually able to tell what I think of a stage rather than a lip sync stage where you're just like, there's really not much to say. It sounds pre-recorded. If a group can show you who they really are at the rawest, most pure form, even if it's not up to your standards, I still think that's super admirable. You can accuse me of ass kissing all you want in the comments. I just think that's the beauty of performance.
Fuck it, we kissing
if they
ass
were lip
today.
syncing, I'd be sitting here complaining about that. I'm not gonna sit here and tear them apart for actually singing live, because that's what I want more of. You can learn from your live stages. There's not much to learn out of not actually performing. So those are my thoughts. And let me know what you think. Do you think our expectation of live stages are just completely out of this world because we're so used to lip syncing? Do you think we're being too hard on groups that dare to sing live in an industry that's not super common? Or do you think idols just need to be better? Let me know in the comments below. As for me, that is basically it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me in this little deep dive. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a weekly basis. It means the world to me. I'm gonna get going, but I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
At the end of the day, it's like, bruh, it happens. Hold on. It happens. It happens. I think all three are correct. People are too hard. K-pop fans have definitely been spoiled with that, to where y'all don't even understand what live singing can actually bring, to where y'all just start going crazy and just saying like, oh, they niggas they untalented, why the fuck they got a stage, blah, blah, blah. And also, practice makes perfect. Some need to practice more than others, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, what matters is that you tried your hardest. And what else that matters is that most of y'all K-pop fans need to get off of dick. And that's about it. I'll see y'all in the comment section.